dude, that's what I kept thinking about. Is like that area is so nice, and it's like over there.
Yeah, it's
Like it's 2 minutes from the office.
it's like just there.
Yeah, it seems a little silly that we
thought.
don't just pop over there from time to time. But also, it is super nice, making it super what? Expansive. That's right.
Umbrella fight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Umbrella Fight. My name is Nathan, and today we're going to be talking about the only thing that matters on this podcast, and that is video games. Guys, how you feeling tonight?
Video games.
Video games.
Let's go.
Umbrella fight.
Yeah.
I've got John and Devin with me. Say hi, guys. How you doing? Feeling good?
Squad, feeling great. John?
Fight with umbrellas. Umbrella fighting.
Let's go.
Putting
Well, I just want
swords through
to
umbrellas.
welcome everybody to the podcast. Hell yeah, big ups to umbrellas. Shout outs to umbrellas. And shout outs to Rihanna for that matter. So I'm just going to jump right in. I've got a huge piece of news that is for me and everybody else that loves Hollow Knight is in the making. Was the release date has been carved out for Hollow Knight Silksong. Finally.
Revolutionary.
After 7 long years
Dude.
of waiting.
When I met you, you were talking about this game.
Yep.
That is over 3 years ago.
Yeah. We got a trailer 7 years ago.
Oh my god.
7 years ago.
God
and it
bless
wasn't
you.
even a trailer. It was one of those like pre-rendered, pre-drawn cutscene type things, which was sick,
Yep.
don't get me wrong, but it weren't nothing to write
Pure
home
concept,
about.
dude.
Totally. And
Yep.
finally, at Gamescom 2025, I'm trying not to pay too much of attention to it, but there are a lot of really good indie games and releases even for big platforms that I was not expecting to see. And a lot of people that I'm seeing on my X feed are like, holy hell, I can't believe they just dropped this out of nowhere. I'm actually going to pull up a list off to the side. Jamie, pull that shit up. Let's see. Gamescom announcements.
Shout out to Jamie.
Yeah, shout outs to
Bro, though,
Jamie.
he's quick with it too.
But yeah, no, I'm just super duper excited about that because I've been waiting for a really, 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 really long time for this game. And what's also great is that during an interview, the Team Cherry, which is the folks that make it, I think it's literally 3 guys. They are quoted as saying there was no hiccup. Everything was moving the entire time. So they have a process, and there wasn't any kind of development hell or, hey, we don't know what to do at this point. Are we going to release it? No, they said straight up, we were just working on it. And first off, golf clap to that. And second off, 7 years, guys. Damn.
7 years. How many
7?
people were working on that? How big was the team?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's literally 3 guys.
That's
Man.
crazy. 3
I
guys.
can actually look that up real quick. Yeah, Ari Gibson, William Pellin, Jack Vine. That's it.
No way. And I mean, that mad props because to make a game like, how refined it's going to feel. It's not going to be like a janky indie like game feel.
100%.
It's going to feel like a huge title.
Yeah, it's going to be mega good. I'm not one to typically jump in as like, oh, this is going to be the best game ever. And it's not going to be the best game ever, but just take off the word ever, and I could hyperbolically say that it's probably going to be maybe the best game of 2025? Question mark? At least slotted into the top 10. And
Definitely top 10.
It better be
Easily.
for 7 years worth of work. I hope they get some kind of rewards out of it.
For their sake, the developers' sake, I hope it is. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Absolutely. Can you imagine if it sucked? And
7
it just
years.
Drop
7
it in
years
the
away,
hole.
like, oh god, this is awful.
Like everyone just hates it. They release it pure negativity.
I would
Terrible.
feel
Shouldn't
so
have waited
bad.
7 years.
Ugh. What else? Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Can you guys shit on that for me? Because I can't effectively
Jesus.
at the moment.
Oh my
It's just like
god.
it's laughable. It's actually laughable. Like
Dude, the
I-
comment sections, one of the top comments is like, "Thank you for releasing this. You've convinced me to buy Battlefield
Yes,
6.
yes.
Or convinced me to pre-order Battlefield 6."
bro. Like it's
I'm
just so
dying.
stupid, bro. Like
Yeah, no,
some of it,
no, straight
like
up.
wow.
I saw a GIF on or a little clip or whatever. It's like, here's the wall jumping in Black Ops 7, and I literally reposted and I said, this is stupid. This is. I had no words for it. Like, what the fuck even is that game?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's,
No,
yeah,
it's
it's just tragic, dude. It's the
like I
fall. It's
don't
the fall of
know.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, like I don't know what they were thinking, even like because one of the changes that they made was like, oh, we turned tactical sprint off by default. Like they said that. Like that was
What?
something that a
Why would
dev said.
why would you do that?
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. Like it's just dumb. Like I'm the yearly releases of COD is little by little have just destroyed the game.
It seems like
Each
it.
Yeah.
year more garbage.
Yeah, take your
Ugh.
time on your games, man. Be Silksong.
Yeah. I
Burn.
their Team Cherry's practice lines up right in line with my mantra that I've held for a really long time now. I don't want to see your game as soon as possible. I want to see your game when it's done. Don't
Mhm.
Yeah.
release it early. Don't try to push it. Don't adhere to your corporate overlords. You tell them, no, we need 6 more months, and I'm sorry, but if we release it right now, it's going to flop. And to the
Yep.
corporate overlords, listen to your devs. They know when their game is done.
That's right. You got a dev
They're
right here.
making it.
Just give them a little more.
Come
Give them
on.
some time to cook. You know,
Oh.
make the meal a savory, delicious meal, not a McDonald's cheeseburger. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Put
think
put
like
that bad
those
boy in the
worlds,
slow cooker, dude.
bro, for real? Do you think
Mm.
those worlds could ever merge? Like the understanding of corpo slash dev in gaming?
Ah,
No, we definitely. Well, I mean, we
I
see
don't
it
know.
from some degree, but it's like it's the small developers, right? They are like essentially corporate. They're looking for an ROI. It's not entirely passion, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
definitely
for
have to
sure.
have a
It's
passion
a
in there.
product after
Yeah,
all.
Yeah, it has
for
to be.
sure. Like they know they're gonna sell this thing.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know that we'll ever bridge the suits with the
Yeah, the
slackers, so to
non.
speak.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
that's a derogatory term. I won't say that again. The suits versus the devs. I was trying to get another S word in there, and that's all I could think of, and I'm really sorry. Devs, you're not slackers. I truly appreciate all your hard work. But to some degree, John, I think you're right. They're their own corporation. And is Battlefield 6 the thing that I'm telling you won't ever happen? Because it sure seems like
Ma-
it. The devs made a
Man,
thing.
maybe, yeah. Well, I think they just took a stand, dude. I think they beat the suits.
I
They
want to
must have
beat the
outnumbered
suits
them.
too.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes, right?
Sometimes. I mean, look at Black Ops 7. Look at their fan
Yep.
base. They want to beat the suits
Come
too.
on,
Dude.
100%. I think that's what it is, man. Like it just takes enough pressure because. But did they really beat the suits? Because let's really break that down. They knew if they dropped the Battlefield 6, that was quote unquote like the formula for big AAA title games, it was going to get just shit on.
Yeah.
And the only way that they were going to be able to stand out was to do exactly what the players wanted. And it created a massive, massive conversation about essentially what we're talking about now. And, you know, that I think resonated with the suits though, right? Like that was the, hey, suits, if you don't listen to us, you're going to get it wrong. You may have seen this on paper in the past, but we're telling you what gamers are telling us now. And if you don't listen to what the data essentially, right? So this is why I say maybe we didn't beat the suits. The suits just looked at the new data that's coming through saying, hey, if you guys continue with that same formula, we're going to get sick and tired of it. We've got to change something. We've got to do something different. And the suits are like, okay, we can see the data. This is what's going to make us the most money now.
Yeah. And it's really unfortunate that it took them through, say, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, Battlefield
To
2042.
say, don't
The gr-
include one in there.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like put the line there at
Poor
one.
guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm speaking with a little bit of out of box knowledge here. I'm not exactly in
Yeah,
the
fair enough.
club.
Look,
But you
I
are right
let
though.
me
Like
let me roll back some previous commentation because after Battlefield 6 really came to the surface and I started looking around in the community, there was a lot more love for Battlefield 1 than I had realized. So
You heard it here
I was
first.
yeah,
Yep.
I was not correct with like the majority of people disliking it. It was definitely a me thing. That was like not really enjoying the totality of Battlefield 1.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I will say though, like, Nathan, that's what I was thinking too, is the suits got their way the last 2 games and failed miserably.
Yes. Yes. And I think with one flop, they go, well, maybe it just wasn't the right time to release it, or maybe, something. But then
2 in a row though.
once that graph got painted, here's point A, here's your point B failure. You can see that this line even went downward. Can we try? And then here we are. We're at the devs doing peak work in the Battlefield space, more so than ever before. Would you guys say that Battlefield 6 is has the potential to be better than 3 and 4? Because you guys seem to champion 3 and 4, and I've seen some of the stuff like that building falling over in 4. Incredible! What a set
So
piece!
cool.
I think yes, I think it does because they're listening, man. They are listening, and that is going to be what makes the game so much better. Is they're giving the players exactly what the players actually want. They're making those changes. They took this beta and they're taking on the feedback, and everything that I'm seeing from it is they are working to eliminate the crap that everyone was like hating on during the beta. They're working to fix those things. I'm sure there's going to be some small things that are kind of left around, but
It's a
the
giant
majority
moving
of it,
piece of parts. I get that.
yeah, sure. And some of it fundamentally is what they wanted to make as developers too. So they're not going to necessarily change everything, but I will say they're really listening to the player base. And like there was some conversation about like the sliding mechanics being nerfed like significantly. They're trying to pull away from that Call of Duty movement, or that that fast paced slide, cancel, jump, like kind of craziness that you can really do in things like Apex Legends, Call of Duty, where you're just moving around like a madman. And you weren't able to do it necessarily super crazy in Battlefield, but the way that the rest of the mechanics work in Battlefield, where the gun mechanics and other movement mechanics aren't necessarily matching, being able to move at a rate like sliding and jumping and bobbing and weaving. They're making the adjustments, and they're gonna hone it in. They're not gonna get rid of it, but they're gonna make it feel better.
Yeah, that's good. And I really am excited to see that in a very large game type space rather than, a Hollow Knight Silksong. Like, chill, guys. We're going to make this real good. And this big, huge titan of a producer, this developer company, is doing just that. And it's awesome. It's a breath of fresh air.
It is. It is extremely refreshing. Like, actually listening to your people is crazy.
Yeah, we've harped on that a
even-
whole bunch. We don't have to hang on that topic, I suppose.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, it's just a good move.
Good
It's a
on
good
'em.
shift.
Good
the
on 'em.
suits are finally submitting to the players, man. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
EA of all people.
Golf
Yeah,
clap.
the worst of them all, almost, right?
Almost,
Like,
yeah,
actually,
right?
Like,
is
for
is
sure.
restoring order, the imbalance of the universe.
I love it. I also want to mention Resident Evil Requiem. Are you guys Resident Evil people?
Not deeply. I've played with the games a bit, but I wouldn't consider myself a Resident Evil fan
Yeah, same.
necessarily.
Okay.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
no, I agree. I love
Characters are
the
awesome.
and I don't know if this was true with every single one of them, but like the ones that I played, I enjoyed. It was a slow paced, like, kind of movement. Like, you weren't like sprinting away from things in the games that I played. You were kind of locked in, and you were like almost walking places, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So I sense that you guys aren't like super into Resident Evil, but they have played some. Devin, what'd you start with? Was it 7? Because it sounds like you said slow and walking. That's very 7. That's what it sounds
Dude,
like to me. Did you like
it
go
was
into a
so
haunted
lo-
house
I
and
think
it was first person?
Bro, it was like PlayStation 2 era. So
Oh.
I I couldn't actually tell you. I don't remember which one that was.
That's fine. There was a handful that came out on the PlayStation 2, and you know, they were a little one-off, I guess. But
It may have been 4.
oh, okay. I forget that came out on the PS2. That game has been ported to
Wow.
so
Dude, it's
many consoles.
crazy how long that
Maybe.
series has been around.
Yeah, for sure. And I've been playing Resident Evil since I never actually played the first one. I was a little young when that came out, and Mom and Dad saw the cover and was like, absolutely not. But I did get a hold of Resident
Classic
Evil
parents.
2. Yeah, right. But good on them because I was definitely too young for it at the time. And then when 2, a buddy of mine in school was like, "Hey, you want to borrow the game?" It's like, "Hell yeah, I want to borrow this game." And it had 2 discs. One was Leon, and the other one was Claire. And then there was a B-side quest. Like, it was a thick game, a lot of stuff going on with it. So I've got a big history. I played 3, 4. I played a little bit of 7, and then I saw a bunch of stuff on like 8 and 9, just because I never really got around to it. I was an adult when those came out. But this one, this Requiem, this is the 9th one, or at least the 9th numbered one, because there's weird stuff like Code Veronica and all this other side junk. But damn, you guys should look at this trailer and just check it out. It looks fabulous. The lighting in it, the hair effects, it's incredible what they're doing with this thing. And they're sticking to the formula that, because 7 was a real big departure from 4, 5, and 6, because 4 introduced the like over the shoulder cam instead of the static images and that sort of thing. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go turn the TV off. The the PlayStation went to sleep and now it's playing music. Hold on.
Bro, did they remaster Resident Evil 2?
It's a good question. Probably.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this podcast this time. What? Or maybe I leave it in because I just said that and got a cackle. What was the question just now?
Did they remaster Resident Evil 2?
Yes, there is a
Okay,
actually,
I'm not schizophrenic. Let's
No,
go.
you're not. You're not. Resident Evil remake. Okay, so let me
I've
give you a
played
little.
that. I've played that.
That game's fucking awesome.
Dude, like, you start off in a gas station, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh,
yeah, okay,
man.
okay. Let's go. Let's go.
That game goes hard, right?
No, it's peak. It's crazy. I haven't finished it like at all. Like, I was playing
Excellent.
off of like back when I didn't have a PlayStation, but it was pretty peak, can't lie. It was a very
Awesome.
unique experience.
Yeah, so they did a remake of 1, and it was pretty much 1-to-1 with the huge graphical overhaul. It looks amazing, but it still has that like static camera angles and tank controls, which it's very much in the vein of the classic one. But then when they did the RE2 remake, they were like, let's just go whole hog and redo this thing. How would we make this game modern? And they fucking did it. That game's a
Felt
banger.
good. It felt good.
Yep, I agree. So I'm really excited about Resident Evil Requiem. For those who care, there's also another Lego Batman coming out in 2026.
I'm hype.
I am kind of hyped too because
Dude, Lego games are low-key
Bro,
so
we're back.
fun.
they're
We're
so relaxing. Like there's almost no consequences, and you just collect a bunch of Legos and see a cool story, solve some puzzles. It's great. Good cozy
Like
games.
your freaking
Bro.
coins.
Like, I remember playing Lego Batman, like, or just Lego Batman on my Wii. It was peak.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
it was
Oh
Lego
my God.
Star Wars for me, bro. I played
Bro,
so much Lego
Same.
Star
I played
Wars.
so much of that game too.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are
No.
Lego game fans.
No,
They showed off
it's so good.
They showed off a pretty sick screenshot of a Batman outfit, and it's a rainbow, like
I
vertical
saw that
colors.
too on Twitter.
And I thought for a second, as everybody does, like, okay, well they're doing representation here for the gay community. No, there is a Detective Comics with a rainbow ass Batman from like the '60s. It's hilarious. I love that it exists. Yes, that's a thing. It's totally a thing.
Shout out to the multiverse.
So random.
Straight
bro.
up. Yeah, and I saw like there's even a front panel and Robin's complaining to Batman. He's like, but last night you wore the green suit. Now you're going to wear the red suit? And Batman's all, I have to wear a different colored suit every night.
Wow.
Amazing.
There's a Lego Hobbit, I think.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What?
I haven't played it all the way through. Like I started playing with my nephew one night, and we played a good little bit. Seemed to be pretty fantastic.
It's
You
it's
get
Bro.
to
pretty
run
dope.
around as freaking like you just get to run around the Shire, bro.
What?
Who doesn't want to run around the Shire? Have you seen that thing?
Let's go.
It looks cozy as
Dude.
hell. I want
Fighting orcs and
I
whatnot.
want a hobbit. I want a hobbit hovel. That's what I want. That's what my man cave to be like, is a
It
hobbit
seems
hovel.
comfortable.
It does. But yeah, so that's like the stuff that I give a shit about on Gamescom for right now. So let's pivot real quick. What you guys been playing?
Who goes first?
John, do it.
All right, I'll go.
Red Dead 2.
Yeah, Red Dead 2, bro. Peak. Well,
Let's
all
catch
right,
up with
I will say-
Arthur Morgan. What you doing with Arthur?
So it kind of got heavy here, can't lie. So I'm in this new area that we unlocked, and I'm in this town where there's like this fight between these two families. One family are called the Grays, the other ones are called the Braithwaites.
Oh
And basically, they've been at war with each other for a bunch of years or whatever. And so Arthur, in this town, this gang of ruffians, we became deputy sheriffs alongside the sheriff, because the town is so in the middle of nowhere that they have no idea who Dutch or Arthur are. So like now they just get to freely like just do things for the sheriff. And the sheriff happens to be a gray, a part of that big family.
Ooh, I love a good bad guy turns good guy,
I
but secretly
know.
still a bad guy story. It's awesome.
I know, it's pretty good. So
The
it's interesting.
Braithwaites.
The last mission I did, I actually had to deliver a love letter for somebody from the Gray family who is in love with one of the daughters of the Braithwaites. So that was
Ooh.
pretty fun to do that. But the
Star-crossed
part where
lovers.
it got, yeah, literally, part where it got heavy was I do that mission. So prior to me doing this mission, I was talking to my friend how I made it to this new area, and he told me, he was like, when you go to this big plantation looking area, be on the lookout in the woods for an outhouse. That's all I'm gonna say. He told me that like last week, like 2 weeks ago. So
Did you an outhouse?
an outhouse, yeah.
Okay.
So I finished the mission, deliver the love letter. I'm leaving.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, spoiler. I leave that and I find the outhouse as I'm walking out. Like I completely forgot about it. Like it just so happened that the way I was leaving, the outhouse was there.
Oh, how
But
convenient.
I walk up and there's like genuinely, I'm just hearing numbers being said, and it's like this huge outhouse. Like think Shrek, like an outhouse that's just chained up, and like there's somebody just muttering inside. So I like peek in there, and like it's this like crazy lady, right? And she's like freaking out, like just saying stuff. She's like heavily schizophrenic. Like one thing she would do that was tripping me out was she was just saying numbers in like no particular order, just like random numbers. It was really creepy. Like she was like 2, 3, 4, 17, 18, 20. Like it was really crazy.
She's like a live person, like numbers station. You ever tune into numbers stations? You ever seen those?
No.
There's like
what is
legit.
that?
Yeah, so I'll pause you on this because I do want to know what else you found. But there's legit radio broadcasts you can tune into. You probably just Google it a little bit. You'll have to maybe dig around, but essentially they are radio stations that are always playing, and it's some of them that I've heard are basically static in the background, and then it'll switch to a voice. Sounds automated, and it's like 2 7 9 3 4 7 8, and then it goes back to the static, and it just plays like that all the time. Always random numbers, and
That's
nobody
crazy.
really knows what they're for.
I like stuff like that. We don't
Yeah.
know. It just happens.
It's just a thing. But yeah, so this you got a schizophrenic chained up to an outhouse. That's dark
Yeah.
enough.
And
That's
they're
dark
like,
enough.
they're like in the outhouse and just chained inside. So what Arthur does at this point, and this is the first time I've ever seen him do this in the game, but he actually manually gets out his journal and starts writing about who he found. And then so as you
Whoa.
leave the area, like a little kind of banner comes up on the bottom right of the screen, and it just says the Braithwaite's secret. And you find
Oh,
out that lady in the outhouse is one of the Braithwaites.
that's awful.
Yeah, so like I was like, whoa, like this took a turn. And like as Arthur's leaving, he gets on his horse and he writes in his journal that the world is not kind to people like her.
Oh, that's like
And
piercing that to my heart right there.
yeah, yeah, because it was and I thought it was really heavy because like, I'm assuming, right, I don't know, I haven't progressed in the story, but like she can't help it. You know what I mean? Like she's not in control in that. So I think it's crazy that they just chained her up to like an outhouse. They
That's
pretty
so
much just
awful.
said, I don't want to deal with this, and just literally just chained her in a box.
Kept her with the shit.
Yep.
That's what they think of her. Ugh. Well,
Yeah.
I
Like
do
she's
remember
living
the
in her
Braithwaites.
feces.
I remember the Braithwaites pretty well from my time with Red Dead 2. So that means you're in chapter 3, and I can't wait for you to close chapter 3 out because, oh my God, it's a banger of an ending, and you're going to have a good time with it. Or maybe, I don't know. The way this game takes
Dude,
stuff, good
I'm
is relative.
scared. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's bananas. But yeah, sick. Any other terribly sad tales you got out of your Red Dead adventures?
No, that's pretty much it so far. Aside from that, yesterday I actually got on the Rift and played some League.
Oh boy, how's the
Loki
toxicity
completely.
levels?
Well, it actually wasn't too bad. So I like completely threw my first game back. I hadn't played in a while. Like I literally went like I literally went like 2-7. I completely fed this fizz and got murked.
Ouch.
Like caught like we lost because of me. Like it had been so long since I'd played.
Well,
Um
you got to put your boots back on sometime.
yeah,
And they may not be exactly the way you
Welcome
yeah.
remember them
back to the
fitting.
Rift, my
No,
friend.
literally like a warm welcome from the Rift and FF15.
Nice.
But
Toast.
other than that, there's this game called Rematch.
Okay.
And it's fire. It's
Really?
like think Rocket League but people. So
Okay.
just soccer.
So soccer.
Yep.
Rocket League, but people. Please tell me. I need to somebody email the devs of that game and just have them put that as the tagline in Steam. Rocket League, but people.
It's so freaking funny.
Might get
But
me to
no,
buy the game.
it's so good. Um because it's so you're in an enclosed stadium. So like you can do really cool stuff where like you can kick the ball off of the wall and like play wall ball on them
Oh
and just
yeah.
score. Like you can do really cool like dribble moves and stuff like that. Like bicycle kicks, like all this really cool stuff. And I like play it with my friends and we'll always just run up Rematch. And the environment is really sick because the stages like change. It's like you're in this like holographic thing. So like you'll just be on the moon, then out of nowhere you're in like Japan or whatever. Like and the music in the game is peak. It's like
Yeah.
these like steel drums. It's very like almost kind of like Brazil kind of vibe going on in the game.
Wow.
Um
I'm looking at
really,
this thing
really
actually
cool
right
game.
now. This
No, and
trailer
the
looks.
graphics, no, it's the graphics look really like it's a good looking game. Like you can run it on. It's not very intensive, but the way it looks really cool.
It straight up
And
looks like Rocket League, but people. Your description is
exactly,
so accurate. It's not even
yes,
funny. Like
yeah,
blue and orange, and the arenas look very much like the Rocket League arenas. This looks kind of awesome.
no, it's a really fun game to like just play with friends, and it's
I'll
really
wait till it's free
satisfying.
to play. Think they'll go free to
I
play at
think
some
it's
point.
like I have no idea. I think it's like $20 right now, either 20 or $30. I know
Uh,
it's not.
there's
Um,
obviously there's tiers that you can get, but the base game is $29.99.
yeah, $30.
Not the worst price in the world.
No.
It does look really great though. Although I will say that the recent reviews on Steam are showing as mixed, and I scrolled down a bit, and the very first one is like a damn essay, and the top of it says, "Right now,
No way.
Rematch is in a lot of trouble." And there's bullet points this guy's breaking down: goalkeeper behavior, passing sensitivity, broken tackles, acrobatic shot priority, like very pointed criticisms. This guy.
So, and
This guy
I
looks like
will
a developer or something, man.
Yeah, it is a new game. I'm not sure like what the situation is with like their dev team. I know it's not a big team. Um and I know that when the game first came out, there were some issues with
Oh,
um
bro, it's only been
like
out a month.
yeah, like it's not a new it's a very, very new game. Like it just came out.
Yeah.
Um
So you got to cut him some slack, right?
Of course, but they have been working hard on it. Like they have made a lot of improvements because we played the game on launch, me and my friends.
Sick.
So we've played it since it came out, and it's gotten better. In just what I've been just playing it. I'm also not like very like nitpicky person. Like sometimes I don't really lock in on the details like that.
That's
But
great.
it's felt good.
You're
Felt great
you're
to play.
you're a better gamer for that, in my opinion, because I've played some shit games over my life, and they were great. I had a fun time playing them. They were shit games, but fuck it, you know. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
okay for it to be subpar.
You know what they're looking at that. I was kind of parsing through that comment as you guys were talking, because it was just so much. I'm like, what does this guy have to say? Essentially, like if you kind of like put everything in a summary, like if I did my AI overview summary, I think what he's realistically saying is the game has a ton of potential. Uh, the problem is going to be that people are going to exploit how the current mechanics can be used. So, like, in other words, if I'm a guy who's put 200 hours, 300 hours on this game, and I've found like how to best optimize my tactics to score on you, and you're a guy with maybe like 70 hours, and you're just like playing the game casually with your friends, I will obliterate you with my 300 hours. No contest, not because I'm necessarily better than you, but because I just know the mechanic, and there's
Mm,
like nothing you can do about it. It's like
that's
essentially
not
like a
fun.
really hard, yeah, it's like a really hard barrier to entry to know how to play the game, because the way the game wants you to play it isn't necessarily how you will play the game to most effectively win.
Right. And I
Yeah,
think
and I
I
understand the sentiment.
yeah, I think to get around that, it just honestly just needs polish, because I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
what
it's
you're
just
talking
refinement.
about.
Like,
I feel like what you're talking about, Devin, is I know of this tiny glitch, this one little thing
yep,
that number three will shock you, and then because I know the thing and you don't know the thing, I'm gonna fuck you over every time because that
yeah,
I
he's
can exploit it.
the
Yeah.
his one like example is the Ippy slide. I don't know what it is
No, I
entirely, but like
know exactly what he's talking about.
apparently people are abusing it.
Well,
Yeah,
It's
hey,
essentially an exploit, right? Like whatever it is, it's kind of what he's pointing to. It's like
I
if
mean,
you
I
don't
don't know
know the
because,
Ippy
bro,
slide.
he
there's some
sounds
times where it
salty.
doesn't work. Like I'm not gonna like it doesn't work every time.
Okay,
But like
Well,
I know what he's
maybe
talking about. Um,
maybe it does if you know exactly how to kick it off. You know what I'm saying?
maybe
Like there might
because
be there might be a mechanic that gets you like at least like a 80% success rate or something.
yeah, that's
yeah, because
they're just
and
gonna have to take time to polish it up and make sure
Yep,
that
yeah,
those
that's it.
when somebody points out a thing, they're like, we got to close that loop big time.
yeah, in my opinion, there's other things and worse than that. Like there's one thing he mentions that like pisses me off, and it's like you can dribble the ball to yourself, like do like these cool little tricks where you're like kneeing it up and all of that. And then you can just like randomly do a 360 bicycle kick at full like strength. And it's like as the goalkeeper, it's like, oh my God. Like you can get lucky and like hope you're standing where the ball is going, but it's so hard to defend, bro.
That sucks.
Like, and I've done it too, so it's like doing it feels awesome. Like I'm Ronaldo
It's like when people
when I
first
do
learned
it.
about pinching in Rocket League, they were like, "How the hell did we stop this?"
Yes, bro.
Like you're shooting the ball out
100%.
like at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
That's all I
Dude,
could
so
think about you
like
talking about, John. Is the Rocket League moments where you're like, how in the world could I defend that? And then Devin
bro,
comes over here,
it's
is like,
nuts.
well, if you just pop up in practice mode, and then I just exit the game immediately.
Dude, I like bro would just sit in practice and like that's still nuts to me.
It's the only way to get good, bro.
Yeah, exploit it. You gotta
Yeah.
figure out the meta, as it were. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, this
exactly.
game's meta seems to be broken mechanics, and that's not fun.
Yep. Yeah, exploit
But
the
it
broken
just came
mechanics.
out.
I know,
Don't
I
beat up
know.
on it.
I'm not beating
Yeah,
up
yeah,
on
yeah.
it at all.
No,
Great
I'm
yeah,
saying
no hate, no hate.
no hate. I'm saying that the devs are hard at work, and I think the angry reviewers need to cut them some slack. Chill out, guys.
Yeah, there's like one like the second negative review, he like does that disclaimer at the bottom. It's really cool. Like I just want the game
That
to
should be at
get
the top.
better, not hating.
Nice. It's good to have
Yeah.
a negative review, because negative reviews reveal the shortcomings of the game, and if you don't know what those shortcomings are as a developer, you can't put any effort into it because you're not aware of it. You know, the first
For
step
sure.
in avoiding a
And
trap
yeah,
is knowing of its existence.
100% agree. One last thing I'll
Always
say
change
about
your
it
review.
is the goalie. Like it, one thing that stands out against Rocket League is that there's actually like a goalie rotation. So it's like you have to play goalie. Like it's not like in Rocket League where, well, I don't play Rocket League like a lot, but typically when I play, there's
Nah,
not just a person sitting in the goal the whole time.
goalie's not a thing in Rocket League.
Yeah,
If you have a
bad tactics.
goalie,
Exactly. Yeah,
you're
that's what
everyone's
you're
I
down a
remember it
person.
being. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Rematch, you have to play goalie. Like it rotates out.
That's
Like, and it's
cool.
like
I
its
like that.
own position. Like you have different sets of controls when you're goalie.
How
So
long are you
that's
the
pretty cool.
goalie? What is it? Is it like
You're only the
until someone
goalie, and
scores?
correct. Yeah, and then it resets, and somebody else will rotate out.
Okay, gotcha.
And
Rocket
like
League,
you
but people.
can, yeah, and then like, and you can also choose like, hey, let me trade. You know, like I don't want to be goalie. Like you can trade with people too. Like
That's
it's cool
cool.
how it works. It's like if you walk into the box, you're now goalie. Like your player like gets these magical gloves that spawn from the ground, and you're a goalie now.
Right.
There you go. Magic gloves.
Well, it sounds like fun, honestly. Like, and
It
give it
is a
some more
really
time.
fun game.
Give it 6 months. It'll be polished and
Yeah,
tight,
and I will
it'll be big.
argue, you see most of these exploits in ranked. Like if you're just playing casual, you're not going to see that every
Yeah,
single game.
that was. I mean, that's like I said. I think that was the sentiment of that first guy's review. Is he's like, man, the game is fantastic until you learn the exploits and you're just playing to win the game. He's like, if you're playing casually, game's fantastic. He goes, the problem is if you want to play casually and you run across someone who wants to win and they know these mechanics, they're going to destroy you and make the game not fun.
I hate that.
That was the
That feels
sentiment.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but again,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of, hey, we got to patch a couple holes. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. So yeah,
Four
that'll be
spots to be from a gaming perspective.
that'll be fun once it's done.
What about Peak, you guys? Have you heard of Peak?
I have
Peak
peeked
is
at
awesome,
Peak,
bro.
and y'all played it.
Peek to
I
Peak.
almost bought it the
I
other
have
day.
played Peak.
It
Peak
yeah,
would be a fun game for us to play together. Can't lie.
I agree. I haven't touched it yet. All my like my buddies are all playing. They're probably playing Peak as we speak. Peak as we speak.
Peak.
Um, but yeah, it looks super fun. I'll tell you what, like really grabbed my attention. There was this silly video that came across my feed, and I was like, okay, let me back up. Proximity chat has changed video games, I
It
think,
really has.
and it's what it's done is it's added a layer of immersion to a game that it just can't be replicated in any other way. Being able to just like talk with someone and like hear them slowly slip away is it's
That's so funny.
it adds a dynamic. And so when you put it into a game like Peak, where you're climbing up these massive mountains and people are like, the challenge is not falling, right? It's a kind of a platformer of sorts. So
Sure.
you're climbing up these mountains, and with the proximity chat, if you fall and you're like, oh shit, and you're falling, like your people are just hearing you scream all the way down. So this video that I came across, it was like this little kid, man, and he was just rolling up to this other group of players, and he's like, hey guys. and he just starts slipping slowly off the, like, I guess it was a little too steep for him to stand. And he starts like kind of sliding down the mountain a little bit. He starts trying to grab onto the ledge and he gets it just a little bit. But then I guess his character just didn't have a good grip. I don't know what happened entirely, but the kid starts falling in like death screams. I mean, screams as if he's really
Man.
dying in life. And the dude that was recording, he's like, again, because proximity chat's a thing. The kid's like screaming for his life as if he actually fell off this
So
mountain.
funny.
And the guy is like, oh shit, like that was a real scream. Oh my god. And you just hear the kid going, ah. And
I
he just
love
gets
that.
quiet.
Oh my God, that's
Yep.
so
It
immersive.
was so funny, dude. I was like, okay, that's gonna be a fun game to play with some friends, man. Like I think it adds a really cool layer, the proximity chat. Like you're just adventuring and there's gonna be a ton of trolling and that's half the fun, like
No, I
knocking
love
your friend
that
down the
part.
mountain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just pissing off your friend. Like, because I think you can like shoot him with like sleep darts or something ridiculous in there. There's
Yeah,
like,
you can really mess them up if you want.
yeah, you can really get mean.
That
But it
sounds
just
so
looks
fun.
interesting, man. It's just, yeah, go have an adventure and climb a mountain with your buddy and
Content
go
fodder
get
for
yourself into
sure.
some trouble. Oh, yes, dude. Exactly. It's like YouTube, like video just generator.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to give that one a shot for sure. And at $8, I mean,
Oh, dude, you
I
can't
spent
beat
more
that.
than that at Jimmy John's the other day. So
Yeah, I
shout out
mean,
to Jimmy
another
John's.
small dev team, man. Like another small dev team, from what I can understand. I haven't looked too much, but it seems like they're a pretty tiny team that created it. And man, here it is again. Like the little small devs popping off, and tons and
Bro,
tons of players are just loving it.
brother, small devs are eating AAA lunches. Like they're just walking up in the cafeteria and taking that Salisbury steak off the tray and shoving it in their
Yep.
mouth. And I'm loving it because there's so many things to do now, you know? And it's not just, oh, cool, another NES game from the
Yeah, it's not garbage.
old
This is
days.
good. Like it's
good
fun.
shit. Yeah.
Well, they're making
Absolutely.
games that are fun.
It's
Isn't,
peak.
isn't that okay? I'm gonna have to stop there.
It's what matters. You're right, Nathan.
Yes, that's
It's
you.
the only
you read
thing
my
that
mind.
matters.
The
dude.
only thing that
Come
matters.
on,
We just want to have fun.
Yep.
So you mentioned Peak. Is that what you've been playing a little bit of? What else?
I
Anything
haven't-
else on your plate?
I haven't even played it. I just want to play it.
Nice.
It's what I've been
nice.
like craving to play all week, but I know I haven't gotten really around to playing anything this week. So it's been on like I just see the game just popping up everywhere, and I'm like, I need to play this game. And it's also one of those games that like the barrier to entry is so low, like skill wise,
Really
I
low.
think that anyone can jump in and play. Like you don't need to be a gamer to really come in and play this game and have fun. You're again, the objective is hang out with your buddies and climb this mountain. And I think they made it pretty simple in just in a way that is digestible for a lot of people to jump in and play. They made it cute. They made it fun. Like it interested my wife to play, right? And she's not like, I would say she's probably more of a gamer than most. Let's say
Sure.
like casuals. Like she'll play more. Like she'll play New World, which is like an MMO, which is kind of crazy. And she
Wow.
loves playing it, which is it's kind of wild. It's kind of off the cuff because she doesn't really play any other games that intense. Um, but yeah, she's like, oh, dude, I'll totally play this. Like this looks like a ton of fun. And that's exciting too because like bringing in new people to play games and like I don't know, as a veteran gamer, there's nothing more fun than taking someone who is like it's just a new world to them, not only Peak itself, but like the video game world, and just getting to like I may not know Peak like in and out, but I know video games, so I can help walk you through a video game on how to enjoy it, essentially, right? So you get to be this guide. There's something so fun about taking someone that doesn't play video games and helping them through the gaming experience and giving them a fun time.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
Such a pleasure doing that.
Yeah, and I had when you have kids, you're forced to do that. They're like, "What do I do?" Well, the man
Yeah, that's
has
how
to
you
go.
have to teach them to play video games,
The
right?
man's got to move forward. Man's wants monies. You have to pick up these coins. See, they flash. That's a coin. You have to explain that to them, and that's
You
okay.
want more.
Make big number go up.
Number needs to make
Number go up.
Number needs to go up, dude.
Absolutely. And you know what's really great watching all these indie developers over time build these things? The language of video games has become so refined and so pointed and targeted that it's exactly what you said. Anybody can pick that game up, noodle with the sticks,
Yep.
push a few buttons. Oh, okay, this is the left hand, this is the right hand. Oh, you can hold on to things. Neat. And the onboarding for a new gamer in general, not just a game, but in general, has become really advanced, I would say. And I'm all for it. You know, if you can get somebody into your game and not overwhelm them with a bunch of nonsense, it's actually kind of shocking that your wife plays New World, because
Yes, it
that's
is.
a damn MMO. What has
It's
skills
complicated,
and
dude.
It's
So
it's a
much.
complex game for sure, and that's
Yep.
that's like a gamer's game, right?
That's
Yes.
crazy.
But then on the flip
Yeah.
side, you have things like Gang Beasts and Super Mario Party and Totally Reliable Delivery Service. If you guys haven't seen that game, you should look that up. That game's hysterical. But they're all like physics based. So
Yeah.
as a real world person, you know what physics are. And if it translates.
Yeah. If I drop Apple, it hits the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're in this little gaming world, you can you can pick up an object and throw it, and it's going to bounce and feel like a real world object to a degree, you know, albeit a cartoon
Yeah,
level.
of course.
But it makes sense. That's the thing. Like games
Yeah.
in the past they weren't advanced enough to really make 100% sense. You know, when you're translating it from the real world into this pixelated nonsense. But as time goes on, you see these really great video games that are nice and simple. They're fun to play, and they create hours and hours and hours of content for people who aren't necessarily in that gaming space. And it bridges the gap between, what are you doing? Oh, I'm playing games. Their mind, a person who doesn't play games might typically think, oh, okay, well, this is all video games are first person. All video games have a gun. All video games have blood. That's not the case anymore. There's over 5,000 video games that were released in 2019 alone. I don't even know what the stat is for now, but I go back to that all the time because there's such a wide variety, and I'm all for it.
Yep. Yeah, and I think a lot of that is coming from these small indie developers too, because these smaller studios, they don't have the capacity to make all of these intricate like systems and talent trees and items and like mechanics and right, all of the stuff that makes like these bigger titles are the stuff that gamers really want to play, that because it brings like a complexity to a game, right? Like a Souls or an FPS that's, you know, really detailed or really precise, or a League of Legends with all of these champions, characters, items, builds, talents, right? They get really complex because, well, dude, we've been playing games for 20 years. I want to you know, I want to be challenged again, or I want something better than the next or more complicated than the next. It needs to challenge me. Where these indie developers, they're not looking for the capacity of doing things like that. They're looking for what's the fundamentals that really make a game interesting and fun to play. What makes it feel good, right? We've talked about that before, Nathan. Like the feeling of a game is so important, and from the control perspective, right? If I am playing a
1,000%.
game, yeah, if I'm playing this game and climbing the mountain doesn't feel good or doesn't feel right, then I don't want to play the game. And some of these indie developers, that's what they're focusing on. Let's strip out all of this like you know, complicated stuff, all of these items, all of these specs, all of these classes, all of these guns, all of the items, and let's focus on the things that are fun. Lethal Company was a great example of that. One man show pulled up. Yeah, there was the one objective, like, I don't know, 10 objects you could grab, 4 maps that you could go to. Essentially everything else was procedurally generated, and you were just playing a game that was fun. You were with your friends and you were vibing. And I think those games are kind of bridging that gap, and that's why they become so popular and they blow up so fast. Is they're bringing in this group of people that wouldn't normally go play a League of Legends, because, dude, let's be real, the onboarding for League of Legends, you're talking like 3 months, man. Like at
Yep.
least.
Minimum.
100%. Yeah, because you not only do you have to learn it, you have to get good. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I don't wanna
that's
go in
not fun. Some people won't be able to do that because they haven't been playing games for 20 years. They don't know.
Exactly.
They don't know how to like the default position when I hold a controller is a very specific
Mhm.
way, and everybody has their own default position. those people who haven't been sitting with a controller in their hands for 20, 30 years or whatever, they don't have any of that historical knowledge. So for them to have a space that they can go and play with even those people who have been doing that and have a great time, those games, in my opinion, are going to be the ones that actually stand the test of time. You know, because you can have a really solid Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight will stand as a shining example of peak indie development forever because it feels good. And it's direct, it's not complicated, it's a phenomenal game. And then you pivot a little bit over to totally reliable delivery service, and no matter how silly or crazy it gets, you'll remember that for the rest of your life because you had a great time playing with your mother-in-law. And that's a true story. That's a true statement from my end. I will always remember, like, no matter what, till the day I die, I'll remember bringing my mother-in-law and a controller, a PS3 controller, no less. And we were emulating Mario Party 7, and it was the most jank setup. And I said, "Look, it's a board game. We'll just play this board game." And she was like, "All right, I'll give it a try." And she just dipped her toes in, and now she owns a Switch. She bought Super Mario Party. She bought Super Mario Party's sequel, whatever that one's called. She's looking forward to the next one. Like, she's asking me about when is there another Mario Party coming out, because she freaking loves them. And those are the moments that will really stand out.
Yep.
You know, they transcend the game themselves. They build relational memories with the people that you love and care about. Those are the games that matter.
I can pivot off of that to just kind of give credit to the people we don't really like, who have kind of been crapping on a little bit, and say Nintendo has done a fantastic job at keeping that their motto. Their barrier to entry to basically any of their games has always been extremely accessible. And that's, I think, again, like you said, those types of games will stand the test of time. And it's because their barrier to entry is so low. And it's going to, what it does is it creates a fan base that never leaves them. Because,
Absolutely.
oh man, I remember I had this amazing experience. I won't forget it, right?
100%. I still feel that way about The Legend of Zelda from the NES. When I played The Legend of Zelda for the first time, it wasn't easy per se, but I understood it very quickly. Oh, cool. Move around. Oh, look, a sword. Great. Push this button. Awesome. Kill this thing. It's super accessible, and that has spiraled out from all of Nintendo's releases. Take a look at Kirby, the latest Kirby game that came out.
Shout out to Kirby, bro.
Fucking
I
love
love
Kirby
Kirby
games.
for sure.
I played Kirby. Me and my brother carried
Dude.
my mom through Kirby, bro.
Hell yeah.
I think they're making a new Kirby Air Ride, and I am so freaking hyped about it. Oh my god!
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
I played the shit out of Kirby Air Ride on the I think it was a GameCube. Oh my god, I played the mess out of that game.
Damn. Shout out to Kirby Air Ride.
Shout out to Kirby, bro.
Kirby Air Ride. I am so I don't even know when it's coming out, but I saw it somewhere and I got so excited. Dude, they used to have this like
super dope.
You would collect these like parts for like these epic ships or epic essentially the stars that you rode on. And man, there was like this one, you had like this feather, you were like basically riding on a phoenix or a bird.
Whoa.
It was fantastic. You could like fly around everywhere. It was so dope. And there was this one, one of the other epic ones, those two like major epic ones. And it was like, one was like a flying one and one was like super fast and did a shit ton of damage to stuff. And it was like this thorn like thing that you sat inside of, and you were like inside this essentially like I don't know what you would call it. What do you call like a thorn grove essentially, right? Where it's just
like a bramble.
Yes, a bramble. That's what I was looking for. That's the word. You're like literally in this like bramble of thorns, and you're just destroying everything in your path. It's fantastic.
Amazing.
Anyway, sorry, I've got like nostalgia like
Kirby's
crazy
so good,
for that
bro.
game.
Oh,
Game comes out November 20th.
Yeah. I was just
my
fixing to
God.
say, I
Dude,
have good news and
the
bad
end of
news.
this year.
Good news and bad news. Good news, November 20th. right around the corner. Bad news, you're going to have to buy yourself a Switch too,
You're
brother.
gonna have to buy Switch too.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a Kirby Air Ride. It literally just says for the Switch too. It does. They always
Yeah.
say and
I'm
Switch,
cooked.
but that's not here, bro.
Nintendo is forcing their users to buy a new
Dude, they
console to
got
play
me.
their games.
I
gonna
don't
get
want
me
to. I don't
too.
want to get into that right now. That's gonna just bum me out. But Kirby though, Kirby. Shout outs to Kirby because I played
Shout out to
Kirby's
Kirby.
Adventure on the
Hey,
NES.
and Meta Knight, bro.
Yep. Oh,
Shout out
Meta
to
Knight.
Knight.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Shout out to Meta Knight.
Pure
and
Aura.
and I'm sorry. Shout outs to King DDD as well.
King DDD.
you got
Let's
three-
go, baby.
You got 3 D syllables in there. DDD. Come on, it's
Bro.
just fun to say.
Big old hammer.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, well, I am now hyped for Kirby Air Ride whenever that comes out.
Sorry.
No, absolutely. I love
When
it.
I
you
buy
guys
my
pop
Switch
off about
2
something
because I
like
have
that,
no self-control, I'll bring it around. You'll
Yeah.
you have to play.
I'll have to get my hands on it at some point. And I'm not gonna lie,
Oh, man.
I kind of want to switch to just to have it. You know, I've owned so many consoles over the
You've
years.
got some
I might as
kiddos.
well.
They're gonna
They're
convince
winning.
you, bro. Don't lie.
They will.
They're
They'll
winning.
break me.
They're winning.
They'll break
Nintendo's
me.
winning.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's winning.
Well, when has Nintendo not won? Because I told this story a
Facts.
few episodes
the Wii
back.
U.
Yes, I'm about to exactly tell that story. They still won because in that
It's
story,
true.
the board of directors and the CEO all took a 50% pay cut instead of downgrading their employees' pay because they were losing money. They assumed the risk as a board of directors ought to. And even in their loss, Nintendo won because they garnered so much goodwill from that story alone. I heard that story and I was like, I will buy Nintendo products when they seem like they fit me because they're not a shit company. You know?
Yeah. At least internally, for sure, the way they treat people is good. I mean, here's the thing: is they're a business,
gang.
right? Their function, right, as a whole, is to make profit, and
Of
I think they
course.
do that incredible. But they don't take the humanity necessarily out of it entirely from a internal standpoint, right? Their people are taken care of. There's definitely, I think, things that can be said about what's ethical if you buy hardware, etc. I don't
Right.
necessarily think that we can hold Nintendo as, hey, they're the only people that are doing unethical things with video games and consoles and limiting their users. Everything's a service now, right? Like that's not just Nintendo. We can't necessarily. They're not contributing to being a solution, but I wouldn't say that they're the entire driving force to the problem.
Yeah. And a couple
I would
things
agree
on
with
on that subject there is one, have you seen the price point for Nintendo games? And not that it's going up or down. That's not what I want to talk about. I'm talking about the fact that Breath of the Wild is still $60. And they know it.
Gross.
It is a little gross, but also they're gatekeepy with, like, they're the only ones that making this Zelda game. Sorry, not sorry. You're going to pay the money for this hard work that we put into it. And let's be real, that game, even as it ages, is worth every penny. And they know it. So good on them for knowing the value of their product. But also, I like that they did ramp up prices. Now I'm going to get into that. They had an $80 release, and I saw recently they dropped it down to $70. So they must have caught some serious flack for that. Meanwhile, PlayStation, Sony's over here going like, because of these hard economic times, we're going to have to increase the price of the PlayStation 5 by $50. And then if you look at their stock prices, it's gone basically nothing but up over time. Like, I'm sorry, guys, I don't buy it. I don't know what to tell you.
Their executives took too big of bonuses.
Yes.
Like, oh no, oops.
And whose problem is that? Not mine. If I hadn't gotten a PlayStation 5,
and they probably laid off enough employees to subsidize their bonus too.
It's disgusting. I kind of hate Sony.
I hate it, dude. The suits, bro.
It's the suits, man. They make everything. They make everything poison. But at the end of the day, we really, as gamers, need to just vote with our wallets. If you think that a company is being a shit bag of a company, don't buy their fucking product. Like this whole Call of Duty mess. Say what you will about it, whether you love it or hate it. If it looks like shit to you, don't buy it. And I think people have wised up to that over time. And I think only because there are options now. There was Call of Duty. Pretty much that's it. At some point, that's the military shooter that console people get. And maybe there was a few other options. Maybe you had your Halo you could pivot to, or something like that, or maybe a game that wasn't quite as well polished. But now Call of Duty exists in a space where Battlefield 6 exists also, and it's different and it's better. And they're going to suffer the consequences because at the end of the day, they don't have to buy Call of Duty to play with their friends anymore. They can just hop on Discord and play Peak, which is $8, and have a zillion times more fun. And there's nothing but good can come from this. Options are the consumer's friend. And the indie development and even some of these like quote unquote AA studios that are making pretty damn good looking games are super fun, and they give the player plenty of options so that they don't have to get funneled into this $80, $90, $100 game price suck hole. And I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah, keep it up.
Yeah,
keep it
most
up,
definitely.
everybody.
So
We're getting a good spot of games, man. Really
yes.
thankful for this. There's some
Yes.
rough years.
Oh, were there ever?
Some
The
rough
dark
years.
ages.
Rough
The dark
years.
ages,
We
for
don't want
sure.
to talk about the dark ages, dude.
So I want to quick mention something really interesting that I saw on Steam, and it's a game called Shadows of Doubt. Have you guys heard of this thing?
No.
I have not.
So Shadows of Doubt is like a city, and it's all voxel looking graphics. So you got it has a look to it. Lighting effects are great, but you play a detective in this procedurally generated city where somebody gets killed, and then you have to procedurally find you have to find the procedurally generated clues and put the story together in an entire city. Meaning talking to people, questioning their motives, finding out where they went, digging through the garbage. Like, I haven't played it yet, but I'm so intrigued by it. I just wanted to shout it out real quick because I want you guys to look it up. It might appeal to you. It's not
It
a thing
looks
that I have.
kind of cool. I've
I've never seen anything like
graphics.
it. I'm into it as well. I like the way it looks. I've never seen anything like it before, and I hope it makes its way. I don't know if Shadows of Doubt is on the Switch, or any other system, but if it breaks out of the Steam, let's see, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. So if you got any one of those consoles, maybe check that out. That might be a good little jaunt. Maybe fun to play with somebody. I find that mystery/detective type games are really great. Me and my wife played through a series that's on Steam called the Blackwell series. It's a point-and-click adventure series, pixel graphics. Think Curse of Monkey Island or any of those old-school point-and-click adventure type games, Full Throttle even. And it was super fun to go through these mysteries where you had this lady. The story in Blackwell is you've got this lady, she's a writer, and then this detective is her partner, but he's a ghost. So only she can see him, and he helps her solve some crimes and puzzles and different stories. And shout outs to Blackwell. You should check it out. There's freaking 5 of those things. And we played through every single one of them. They're bangers. But I'm digressing here. The Shadows of Doubt looks like it would be a fun time with multiple people kind of thing. Ooh, maybe you could go look over here. Ooh, what about that person? I don't know. That looks shifty. Go over there. So yeah, Shadows of Doubt looks really interesting.
Man, there's a review for it. I'm like looking at it on Steam.
Yeah?
The top review is from this guy in his 60s. He's saying this was the first game I played
Dude.
on Steam. My adult son recommended it to me. I'm in my 60s. I fell in love, all caps, and am still wildly devoted to Shadows of Doubt. The vibe is all, but good God, the crimes. Solve one and you will be hooked. This person has 4,200 hours on this game.
Oh my God. I'm looking at the review too. You're not lying. Holy hell.
Devoted.
Good on him. That's what's up. 4,200. He must leave this game on overnight though.
He loves this game.
No
Right.
way he closed. This is a boomer, dude. Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
he's
just
probably
never closes the
retired.
damn game.
He pauses the game and goes out to Texas Roadhouse for 3 hours and then comes back a little sloshed from way too many beers. And then to avoid having
Something
to
like that.
deal with his nagging wife and adult son, he dives into Shadows of Doubt. That's all I can picture.
Wow.
But yeah, it looks really cool. You should definitely check it out. And then what else? I have of course been playing the Schedule 1 as always. I just can't get enough of it. It's a lot of fun, optimization. And actually I played on my buddy's map last night. real quick pause. We have a YouTube channel. I post nonsense up there, and I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is kind of my schedule that's worked out about 9:30. But we jumped on his map, and he was like, dude, I don't even know what to do with this. So I had the time of my life playing optimization consultant for his map.
Yes.
And then he texted me this morning, and he's like, bro, my barn is running like a well-oiled machine. You're welcome,
That's
Jonas.
awesome.
Yeah,
Dang.
being an optimization consultant was a lot of fun for sure.
You're getting addicted to drugs in a whole different kind of way, Nathan.
Yep. This angle of drug addiction, they never thought of it. Dare is going to have to alter their program now. They're going to
That's
have to
right.
include that. And you know what? Actually, maybe this is a little bit more of a serious topic, but maybe they should, because I don't know if you guys have ever watched a child play one of those quick-paced microtransaction-laden games. They're insidious. What they do to the human brain in terms of dopamine hits, those little tiny boop 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 that's feeding in all the time. There's no other word for it than insidious. And I have drilled it into my son's heads. They're like, hey, I want to buy, it's only $10 and it's like 40,000 coins. I'm like, that is a premium currency. It's going to go away. And all it does is speed up the amount of time that you spend playing this game. It gets rid of your waiting period. That's all it does. And for them to be like hawking that, and then hawking blind boxes, no less, to maybe get the thing that you're looking for, the word is insidious, and I fucking hate it. So yeah, a little bit of a downer topic. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is that I saw I don't remember what, it's not a festival's not the word, but like a conference, that's the word. It was like a conference. This guy standing up there telling other developers, here's what you have to do to hook your players on your game and create the dopamine rushes. Here's the formula for addicting your players to your game. That's gross. Stop it. Everyone who's in that space, stop it now. Make your game good, yes, but don't hack my brain while I'm playing your game. That's fucked up. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now.
We need like a different Dare program that focus. Well, one that's first off effective, but that focus.
It did
Shout
not
out to Dare.
work. It did not work. It did
Bro,
not
I
work.
don't know a single person that program worked on.
Nope. Nope.
I digress. The Dare, but a reformed Dare program that focuses on preventing children from wanting microtransactions or getting swindled into microtransactions.
They yearn for it.
They yearn
Yeah,
for
we
the
gotta
mines,
fix
guys.
it, dude.
So actually, now that we're mentioning Dare, I'm going to pivot a hair away from video games for a second. I watched like a little 30, 40-minute YouTube breakdown of the history of Dare. Do y'all know how insanely messed up Dare was, like from the jump? They knew it didn't work. I'll send you guys some videos on Discord. You got to watch this thing. It's why it has to do with the LAPD chief using his agents and positioning them around the world to gather secret intel on people. Like he had thousands of dossiers on people. It's wild. I got to send it to you. Look it up. If you're listening to this right now, just look up the history of Dare. It's one of the craziest stories I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, they were basically trying to get kids to like
Rat their
snitch
parents
on
out.
their parents and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I remember
Child
this.
informants messed up. Like
Insane, dude.
I can't even
I
with
saw
that.
them
Using and abusing
doing
the
it.
children is
I
crazy.
saw them doing it.
They
Yep.
they
Yeah,
literally
bro.
they became what they sought to destroy.
Yep, 100%.
Man.
But anyway, pivoting back over to video games, I also played the demo for a game that I'm really, really excited to see the final product for, and it's called Cop Bastard. You heard that right, Cop Bastard.
Bastard.
It's right now.
You and the law. You can't get away from the
Can't
law,
get away
huh?
from it. I can't. No, okay. So this has one of the most unique settings. Excuse me, unique settings I've ever seen. It is it's a boomer shooter, so just bang bang all the time, shooting people. Their heads explode. There's particle effects everywhere. If you shoot a bookcase, paper flies everywhere. It looks awesome. And then on top of that, it has like a VHS sheen over how everything looks. So couple that with some modern graphics and this VHS sheen and some really nice tight shooting. It's an awesome experience. I spent maybe half an hour total trying to get, from one floor to the next. But the setting itself is 90s Asian action films. I have never seen anything like that before. And so I thought, I'm going to give this a shot. And boy, it brings the noise. It's so fun. And you have these guys, these Asian gangsters coming around like, there he is. And they're ready to kill you. And then on the flip side, you can hit the H button, which is some kind of like rage. It's like the rage meter or whatever they call it. But as you kill people, it charges up, and your character can deliver like one-liners, action movie one-liners in this Asian cop voice. And I'm way into it. You guys have to check this out. It's free. It'll cost you 30 minutes of your life, and I guarantee you'll at least go, this is a thing you could do.
Blowing them up. I'm watching the little trailer. It's
nice. I love that.
The blood just every time you shoot somebody, they just explode with blood. It's fantastic.
It's so absurd. We need more absurdity in games. And bringing it full circle, the absurdity for Schedule 1 is off the charts, and I'm here for it. And this cartel update's really great. I got to tell you a story about these cartel assholes. So they'll roll up in a black SUV and they're like, "Hey, stay out of our territory. By the way, you're going to give us product from your stash at wholesale. We'll buy it, but cheap." Okay, whatever, dude. So I agree to work, and this was actually in Jonas's map last night. They gave us a task to give them 80 sour diesel, so whatever. So I grew all that, clipped it, put it in my inventory, and I put it in the little drop box. And I'm supposed to get $1,920, and they tossed over the shut gate. They tossed the money over when you deliver it. They tossed over $20 whole to me, and I was like, "Oh, I got fucked over by the cartel." And it was rude, but I'm not gonna lie, I was chuckling. It was pretty funny that maybe it was a bug. I don't know, but I'm just gonna assume that since they're in a cartel, they're probably not great people, right?
You should go get your get back.
Believe you me, that actually set me on fire. I was like, okay, y'all are all going to die. That's going to happen.
Name.
Yes.
Say
my name. Absolutely. I'm going to take over that whole town now because they shorted me $1,900. They could have kept this. I actually would have been fine delivering to them and slowly encroaching on their territory, but no. I'm going to bring the hammer now.
Now it's guns blazing.
Yes, sir. But yeah, a little bit of here and there, just playing all kinds of fun stuff. Check out Schedule 1, obviously. Devin, while we were talking, bought Peak and installed it. So maybe Saturday.
Let's go.
Peak. Maybe Saturday night we'll do a little stream and play some Peak together. And
play some Peak. Let's do it.
John, do you have Peak? You want to join?
I do have Peak.
Let's go.
I do have
all right.
Peak.
It sounds like we've got a hangout time, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, Peak.
Super
Peak,
sick.
Peak.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm free.
Anything else from you guys as far as your games go before we wrap it up here?
That's all I got.
Red Dead is
Peak.
and Peak is Peak.
Peak is Peak.
Oh, I love it. Well, yeah, so I guess that's going to wrap it up for the podcast. If you're listening to this, I just want to say thank you so much. Nothing makes my heart sing more than having you listen to us yammer on and give horrible opinions about awesome games. And I want to point out we do have a YouTube channel. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm doing a Schedule 1 stream right now. We're climbing a $10 million mountain, and we have a long, long way to go. And then I also want to shout outs to Devin and John. I think you guys are phenomenal people. I'm so glad that you're on this podcast. And yeah, just thanks for joining us. It's always a fun time with you guys.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Likewise.
Of course.
Thanks for having me as well.
Of course. And for all of you guys out there, I just want you to remember that you are loved. What you do matters. And I want you to pick up the phone, and I want you to call your mom. I want you to call your dad. And I want you to call those that you love and just tell them that you love them, because life is too damn short, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and cue up the music. Peace.